Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. There comes a moment in life when you've got to learn the power of silence. People will try to read you, guess your next move, and figure out how you respond. But you're going to respond. But here's the thing, your silence is louder than any words you could ever speak. It holds power, it holds wisdom, it holds the potential to shift the very atmosphere around you. When the world is looking for an answer, confuse them with your silence. When they expect you to react, stand still. When they push you to break, rise above. Let them wonder, let them question, let them try to decipher your strength. But while they're busy trying to figure out your next move, you'll be quietly preparing for the greatness that's about to unfold. Never underestimate the power of a quiet mind and a steady heart. When your moment comes, they won't see it coming. And that will be the moment that changes everything. Resilience is the unwavering strength to keep moving forward, even when life seems determined to push you back. It's not about avoiding hardship or escaping adversity. It's about how you respond when the storm hits. Resilience is that inner power that rises up when you feel like you've hit rock bottom, reminding you that your current situation is not your final destination. It's the refusal to stay down when life knocks you down. Resilience is forged in the fire of struggle and adversity. It's the mindset that tells you I may be hurt, but I'm not defeated. It's the ability to adapt, to bend without breaking, to find new ways to move forward when the path ahead seems uncertain. It's the mental toughness that refuses to be defined by failure, but rather uses it as fuel for growth and transformation. Resilience doesn't happen overnight. It is built with every challenge you face, every setback you overcome, and every time you choose to get up again, even when the world says it's easier to stay down. True resilience is rooted in faith, determination, and an unshakable belief in your own ability to rise above. It is the quiet strength that sustains you when no one else is watching, the courage that drives you when the road is tough, and the persistence that pushes you to keep going even when success seems far out of reach. Patience is the quiet power of waiting with purpose without rushing toward the finish line. It's the art of trusting the process, knowing that not every seed you plant will sprout overnight. In a world that demands instant results, patience is the strength to endure the time it takes for your dreams to take shape. It's the ability to stay grounded even when the results aren't immediate or when the outcome is uncertain. Patience teaches you to value the journey more than the destination. It's the willingness to grow and develop at your own pace without comparing your timeline to others. It's about understanding that there is beauty in the waiting, that the experiences you gain while waiting prepare you for the greatness that will come. Patience doesn't mean passivity, it means remaining active in your faith, continuing to work, learn, and grow while the right opportunities unfold in their own time. The power of patience lies in its ability to cultivate resilience, to strengthen your resolve when faced with setbacks. It's the ability to endure, not just with hope, but with the deep knowing that everything in its time will align. It is not about waiting idly, it is about building inner strength, sharpening your skills, and preparing for the moment when opportunity and preparation meet. Patience is the quiet force that builds long-lasting success because it allows you to avoid rushing into things before you're truly ready. Confidence is the belief in your own abilities, the trust in your judgment, and the strength to stand firm in who you are, even when the world around you may doubt you. It's not arrogance, but a quiet assurance that you are enough just as you are. Confidence is the foundation that allows you to take risks, face challenges, and pursue goals without constantly second-guessing yourself. It is the inner knowing that you have the power to overcome whatever obstacles stand in your way. True confidence isn't about perfection, it's about embracing your imperfections and still walking forward with your head held high. It's accepting that failure is a part of the journey, but it doesn't define you. Confidence grows when you recognize your own worth, not based on external validation, but through your own self-awareness and self-acceptance. It's the courage to express your thoughts and ideas without fear of judgment, knowing that your voice matters. Confidence is built through experience. Through every moment you step out of your comfort zone and prove to yourself that you can handle what comes next. It's the quiet strength that comes from knowing that no matter the circumstances, you will find a way through. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and beliefs so that you can walk in your purpose without hesitation. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate, a muscle you strengthen each time you take a bold step forward. Growth is the ongoing process of becoming more than you were yesterday. It's about evolution, transformation, and the constant pursuit of bettering yourself. Growth isn't linear, it's messy, unpredictable, and often uncomfortable. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging your old ways of thinking and doing. It is about shedding old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve you and creating space for new perspectives and opportunities. At its core, growth is about embracing change even when it feels uncertain. It's the courage to face the discomfort of growth, knowing that each challenge you overcome is a step toward your highest potential. Growth involves both the mind and the spirit, an expansion of understanding and a deepening of character. It's not just about achieving more, it's about becoming more. Growth often comes from failure. It's in the setbacks, the struggles, and the moments when things don't go as planned that we learn the most about ourselves. Growth isn't about avoiding mistakes, but about using them as stepping stones for progress. It requires resilience, patience, and an open heart, ready to embrace new lessons and wisdom that will shape who you are becoming. Growth also involves the ability to look inward, to assess where you are and where you want to be. It's the commitment to continual self-improvement, never settling for mediocrity, but always striving for a deeper level of understanding, a higher standard of excellence. Growth is recognizing that the journey of personal development is lifelong, and each day presents a new opportunity to evolve. Mystery is the essence of the unknown, the beauty in what is not immediately understood. It is the art of holding something back, leaving just enough for others to wonder, to question, to seek the deeper meaning. In a world that often values certainty and quick answers, mystery is the magnetic force that draws people in, prompting curiosity and a desire to explore. It's the power of leaving parts of your story untold, of allowing the unknown to captivate the imagination. History is not about being deceptive or hiding for the sake of hiding. It's about creating an aura of intrigue, a sense that there is more beneath the surface than what meets the eye. It's the ability to remain composed, to let your actions speak louder than your words, and to give just enough to provoke thought, but never too much to reveal everything. It's the balance between sharing and withholding, between being present but not fully exposed. A sense of mystery can be incredibly powerful because it forces others to think, to speculate, and to wonder about your next move. It creates a space where possibilities are endless and the answers are not easily given. In relationships, in work, and in life, mystery can protect your boundaries and preserve your energy. It allows you to maintain control of your narrative and cultivate an air of elegance and unpredictability. Mystery is the tool that keeps you from being easily understood, the spark that keeps others intrigued. It's not about playing games, but about embodying a depth that leaves others wanting to know more. It encourages respect and fosters an environment where your true strength and intentions are revealed only when the time is right. The allure of mystery is what keeps life exciting, always unfolding, never stagnant. Focus is the ability to direct your attention to what truly matters, to block out distractions and to stay aligned with your goals, no matter what external noise may be present. It's the mental discipline that allows you to zero in on a task, a purpose, or a dream, and to give it your undivided energy and commitment. In a world full of constant interruptions, focus is an invaluable skill that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Focus requires clarity of vision. Without a clear goal or purpose, it's easy to be pulled in many directions, lost in a sea of possibilities. But focus sharpens your vision, providing a sense of direction and a roadmap for where you want to go. It's the ability to prioritize what's most important and to let go of what is irrelevant, understanding that time and energy are precious resources. The power of focus lies in its ability to create momentum. When you are fully engaged and present in a task, you harness the energy necessary to see it through to completion. Focus allows you to take small, consistent steps towards your goal without getting overwhelmed by the bigger picture. It teaches you to break down large, intimidating challenges into manageable pieces, making even the most complex tasks feel achievable. Focus is not just about concentration, it's about making intentional decisions about where to place your time and energy. It's about knowing when to say no to distractions, when to eliminate unnecessary tasks, and when to create space for the things that align with your values and your mission. True focus demands discipline, patience, and the ability to stay grounded in the face of temptation and diversion. It's a commitment to not just the end result, but to the journey of progress, one focused step at a time. Emotional control is the art of managing your feelings, thoughts, and reactions in a way that aligns with your goals and values, rather than allowing external circumstances to dictate your emotional state. It's about recognizing the power of your emotions without letting them overpower you. In a world that's constantly trying to provoke a reaction, emotional control is your ability to respond with intention, not impulse. When you have emotional control, you are no longer at the mercy of the situations around you. You choose your response, no matter how heated the moment, no matter how difficult the person in front of you. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending that you don't care. It's about recognizing that not every situation requires an emotional reaction. Sometimes the greatest strength lies in the ability to remain calm and composed when everything around you seems chaotic. I think about a storm. The winds may howl, the rain may pour, but if you can find a way to remain centered, to stay grounded in your inner peace, you can weather any storm that life throws your way. Emotional control is what keeps you from getting lost in the noise. It is the skill of navigating your emotional landscape, even when it feels like the waves are crashing against you. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to be swept up in anger, frustration, or fear, but emotional control gives you the distance to step back, take a breath, and decide how you want to act. It empowers you to take the high road, to maintain your dignity and integrity even when others try to pull you down to their level. It's about mastering the space between stimulus and response. When you learn how to control your emotions, you reclaim your power. You stop reacting to life's challenges and start responding from a place of strength and clarity. Your actions, instead of being based on temporary feelings, are now driven by your deeper values and purpose. Emotional control isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of self-mastery. And here's the key: emotional control doesn't just apply to the big moments. It's in the small, everyday situations where it matters the most. The way you handle stress, how you react to setbacks, the way you respond to people who try to push your buttons, all of this requires emotional control. It's in these moments that your true character is revealed. It's these moments that shape your future and determine your success. When you can stay composed under pressure, you are not just managing your emotions, you are controlling your destiny. Emotional control gives you the ability to make better decisions, to stay focused on what truly matters, and to avoid being sidetracked by distractions or negative influences. It is the quiet strength that allows you to keep moving forward even when the world seems to be falling apart. Quiet confidence is a powerful presence that doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to be seen or heard in the most obvious ways. It is the assurance that you carry within yourself, a deep belief in your abilities and worth that is not contingent upon the validation or approval of others. It's not about arrogance or boasting. It's about being at peace with who you are, knowing your value and trusting in your capacity to handle whatever life throws your way. People who embody quiet confidence don't need to announce their accomplishments or abilities. They let their actions speak for them. Their work, their integrity, and their attitude are what stand out, not the words they use to describe themselves. They know that real confidence doesn't need external validation because it comes from within. It is rooted in self-assurance, self-acceptance, and a strong sense of purpose. Quiet confidence is often mistaken for shyness or passivity, but it is far from either. It's a calm, centered strength that doesn't seek attention. Instead of being loud or brash, it's grounded and deliberate. It's the confidence that says, I don't need to compete with anyone because I already know who I am and where I'm going. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need to prove itself to anyone. It doesn't seek to dominate or overshadow others, but instead works in harmony with the world around it. There's a subtle power in quiet confidence. It allows you to navigate situations with grace and poise without getting flustered or rattled. You remain steady in the face of uncertainty. You don't feel the need to explain yourself or justify your decisions because you are secure in your choices and actions. When others are scrambling for recognition, the quietly confident person remains focused, knowing that their worth isn't measured by applause or external rewards. The quiet confidence is also about resilience. It's the quiet inner strength that allows you to pick yourself up after setbacks without drawing attention to your struggles. You don't need sympathy or pity. You understand that failure is just a part of the journey, not a reflection of your value. This type of confidence helps you to stay true to your path, even when others doubt you, and it enables you to remain composed when facing challenges. It's the ability to walk into a room and command respect, not because you're trying to be noticed, but because there's something undeniable about the calm strength you exude. People may not always understand it, but they feel it. Quiet confidence doesn't demand attention, it draws it effortlessly because there is an authenticity to it that can't be faked. It's also the courage to be yourself unapologetically. It means being comfortable with your uniqueness and not needing to conform to anyone else's expectations. The quietly confident person knows that their worth is not contingent on meeting anyone else's standards, and they embrace their individuality with pride. In a world where people often feel the need to prove themselves through words, actions, or possessions, quiet confidence is a rare and valuable trait. It stands as a reminder that true strength doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes the most powerful presence in a room is the one that doesn't try to draw attention to itself, it simply is. Strategic silence is the deliberate choice to remain quiet at moments when speaking would be unnecessary or counterproductive. It is not about avoiding communication, but about using silence as a tool for greater impact. In a world where everyone is quick to speak, quick to react, and quick to fill silence with words, the person who understands the power of strategic silence knows that sometimes saying nothing speaks volumes. Strategic silence is about knowing when to hold your tongue and allowing others to reveal their true intentions or emotions. Sometimes when people are agitated or upset, they expect a response, a defense, or a reaction. And in those moments, silence can be a form of mastery. By withholding your words, you create space for clarity. You allow the other person to process their emotions, and more importantly, you give yourself time to decide how to respond in a way that aligns with your long-term goals. This type of silence is a conscious decision to pause and reflect rather than react impulsively. In conversations or negotiations, strategic silence can shift the balance of power. When you hold back, it often places the other person in a position where they feel compelled to speak more or reveal more than they intended. It is a way to gather information and understand a situation without saying a word. In difficult or heated moments, strategic silence can be a tool of self-control. Instead of reacting out of anger or frustration, you resist the urge to engage in a back-and-forth battle that leads nowhere. You understand that speaking from a place of strong emotion may cloud your judgment, so you allow yourself time to calm down, gain perspective, and choose your words carefully. Silence, in this case, is a method of emotional intelligence. It's an acknowledgement that some battles are not worth fighting with words, and some conversations can be better handled through action rather than verbal confrontation. Strategic silence also has the power to create mystery and intrigue. When you speak less, people begin to wonder what you're thinking, what your intentions are, and what you truly know. This can give you an advantage in situations where others are waiting for you to react or engage. Your silence can make you appear calm, confident, and in control, while others might scramble to fill the silence with words or assumptions. In the realm of leadership, strategic silence can be a defining characteristic. A leader who understands when to remain silent projects an air of wisdom. They don't feel the need to explain every decision, every step, or every action. Instead, they allow their actions to speak for themselves. Their silence often becomes a sign of their strength, signaling that they don't need to justify themselves because they are confident in their choices and direction. Additionally, strategic silence can be essential in personal growth. It's the choice to step back from the noise of the world and allow yourself time to process your own thoughts and emotions. In a world that demands constant communication and interaction, silence can be a much-needed refuge. By embracing strategic silence in moments of introspection, you allow yourself to reconnect with your inner self, refine your goals, and understand your deeper motivations. Sometimes in the face of adversity, people expect you to respond with anger, frustration, or a quick fix, but strategic silence is a way to stay grounded and focused on your bigger picture. It is a sign of maturity, recognizing that not everything needs to be addressed immediately, and some issues are best handled by allowing time to pass and perspectives to shift. In social settings, silence can be just as powerful. When people try to provoke or challenge you, your refusal to react can disarm them. Rather than engaging in arguments or unnecessary conflict, you use silence as a way to maintain your peace and avoid being drawn into drama or distractions. It's a method of setting boundaries, showing others that you won't be manipulated or controlled by their words. Personal boundaries are the invisible lines that define where your emotional, mental, and physical space begins and ends. They are the limits you set to protect your well-being, your values, and your peace of mind. Establishing and maintaining personal boundaries is not just about saying no to others, it's about saying yes to yourself and your own needs, priorities, and self-respect. These boundaries are crucial for preserving your energy, maintaining healthy relationships, and ensuring that you remain true to your values and purpose. Personal boundaries are about understanding and asserting your needs, both in your interactions with others and in your relationship with yourself. They allow you to set limits on what you are willing to accept in terms of behavior, energy, and treatment from others. When you have clear personal boundaries, you give yourself permission to say no when something doesn't align with your well-being, even if it means disappointing others or facing resistance. It's a way of protecting your time, emotional health, and energy from being depleted or drained by toxic environments or relationships. There are different types of personal boundaries: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and each plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy and balanced life. Physical boundaries are about your personal space, your body, and how you allow others to interact with you physically. It's the ability to decide who can be close to you, who can touch you, and who respects your personal space. These boundaries help you feel safe, secure, and in control of your environment. Emotional boundaries are about understanding and protecting your feelings. It's the ability to recognize when someone is crossing the line by making you feel overwhelmed, drained, or responsible for their emotions. Emotional boundaries help you differentiate between your emotions and someone else's, enabling you to respond to others without absorbing their emotional baggage. When you establish emotional boundaries, you give yourself permission to protect your heart and mind from unnecessary stress, manipulation, or emotional exploitation. Mental boundaries refer to your thoughts, opinions, and beliefs. They allow you to maintain your individuality and think independently without being unduly influenced by others. It's the ability to say, "This is how I think. And while I respect your perspective, I am not obligated to adopt it." Mental boundaries help you maintain a sense of self, especially in situations where others may try to impose their beliefs, opinions, or judgments on you. They encourage critical thinking and personal integrity, enabling you to stay grounded in your own truth. Spiritual boundaries are about protecting your sense of purpose, values, and beliefs. It's the ability to decide what aligns with your spiritual or philosophical views and what does not. These boundaries help you preserve your connection to your higher self, ensuring that you don't compromise your sense of peace or inner strength by engaging with beliefs or practices that conflict with your authentic self. Setting and maintaining personal boundaries is not always easy, especially in a world where people often expect us to overextend ourselves for the sake of others. For the sake of others, appointing others, or being labeled as selfish can make it difficult to assert our boundaries. However, establishing these boundaries is not a form of rejection. It is an act of self-care. It's about showing yourself the same love, respect, and compassion that you give to others. By establishing healthy boundaries, you communicate to the world that you value your time, your energy, and your emotional health, and you refuse to allow others to violate those aspects of yourself. Personal boundaries also help you foster healthier relationships. When you establish clear boundaries, it sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. It teaches others how to treat you, and it gives them the opportunity to respect and honor your space. In relationships where boundaries are respected, there is mutual understanding and trust, and both parties feel safe, valued, and empowered. Conversely, when boundaries are not set or respected, it can lead to resentment, burnout, and unhealthy dynamics that drain both people emotionally and mentally. Setting personal boundaries is not about controlling others, it's about controlling yourself. It's about deciding what is and isn't acceptable in your life, regardless of others' expectations or demands. It's an ongoing process, a form of self-awareness and growth. Boundaries can change over time, and it's important to revisit them as your needs, circumstances, and relationships evolve. To establish strong personal boundaries, you must first know yourself, your values, your limits, and what brings you peace. Once you understand these, you can begin to communicate your boundaries to others in a clear, direct, and respectful way. Setting boundaries requires assertiveness, which is different from aggression. It's the ability to stand firm in what you need without belittling or attacking others. It's about being clear, honest, and confident in your decisions while maintaining respect for others. As you practice setting and maintaining personal boundaries, you'll find that your relationships become more balanced, your mental and emotional health improves, and you gain a deeper sense of self-respect. Personal boundaries are an act of love for yourself and for those around you. They help you stay true to who you are and create an environment where you can thrive.